Welcome back, everyone, to the next Dungeons and Dragons session, session 15 specifically. As per usual, please watch the previous episodes to catch up on what's been happening up to this point. So you're all heading out for Imniskar right away?
There is one thing that I want to resolve. Armored Saints, Ghislaina and her father have been gone for a long time. We still need to get some answers from her father.
Good call. I had forgotten about that again. Also, we can see about getting you a better blade, Kalaria. Kamari motion to our daughter's longsword that looks like it's seen better days.
Wonderful idea, Mother.
Farewell to you all. Oh, and feel free to use this exit. It's quicker and safer. Sindala casts a concise spell, the wall furthest away, creating a large gap in the center of it, magic glimmering from inside it.
Thank you, Sindala. Take care now.
All leave through this new exit, walking through it and emerging into the market square just on the edge of it. From the spot you emerged, it seemed to be from a tree beside you. Armored Saints is your next destination then?
Yes, it is, DM.
No problem. You make your way through the familiar streets, hearing the usual peddlers in the market square. Approaching Armored Saints, there does seem to be signs of life inside, unlike last time. Bronson, you enter, the chime of the bell ringing as usual. Inside the shop is Jortar and Ghislaina, both of them looking a lot more content and settled than before.
Bronson, Kamara, good to see you both again.
Likewise, how are you both? Last I checked, literally the place seemed abandoned.
Yes. No need to worry, Father and I decided a few days away from here would do us good. Sorry if we did cause any alarm.
No worries at all. It was rather sudden, that's all.
And you've brought a friend.
This is my daughter, Kalaria.
How do you do, sir?
So courteous. Wonderful to meet you, Kalaria.
For the sake of brevity, Jortar informs you all that a warlock-type figure approached him in the cemetery as he mourned his beloved. He made him an irresistible offer. His wife would be resurrected in exchange for his devotion to the Great One. The figure himself had a freakish mask on his face, similar to these hooded, masked figures you've all been bumping into. With Kalaria, if you want to purchase a new weapon for her, then I need a rough idea of what you have in mind.
A magical longsword, possibly?
I still have my glaive that I don't really use anymore.
A magical, versatile blade seems sufficient.
That we do have. I have an arcane longsword that can bypass most resistances that enemies possess.
That sounds perfect. How much does that cost?
250 gold.
I can pay for that if you wish, Kalaria.
You don't have to do that, Bronson.
Absolutely correct, love, but I want to and will. Brunson gives Ghislaina the 250 gold.
A pleasure. Ghislaina hands over the magical longsword tucked in its scabbard.
Brunson, I don't know what to say.
Consider it a gift, Kalaria.
Thank you so much.
You all proceed to the stables, retrieving your horses. The stable hand has fitted a small wagon attached and tethered to one of your horses. Another gift from Mayor Archibald, apparently. There's a small improvised roof over the cart in the form of thick tapestry.
A nice surprise. We'll leave the other horse here for now. Who's taking the reins then?
I'll do it. I've the most experience with horses.
Sounds good to me.
Agreed. I'll sit up front with you, Bronson, for a short while.
Kalaria climbs into the cart from the back, sitting and getting comfortable. Bronson, make an animal handling check with advantage due to your prior experiences with horses, as you said.
With advantage, that's a dirty 20.
Very good. You pull it off without a hitch. Not even a whiff of one. Heading east, you can aim to take the path through the Small Teeth Mountains now that the fort has been cleared. That would be the quickest way. Or you could try going around the mountains. It'd take longer, but be a lot safer.
I vote going through the mountains. We've braved them before. There shouldn't be much resistance up there. Maybe some wolf?
Agreed, Kalaria?
Whatever route you both think is best.
Through the Small Teeth Mountains it is. As your journey begins, please can I have the usual perception and survival checks?
Allow me to do the perception check. That's 17.
That's 11 for my survival check.
You all press on, the horses' horseshoes sounding against a dirt path, along with the wooden wheels of the cart. It's soon early afternoon. The amount of time it takes for you to get close to the Small Teeth Mountains is around 6 hours. Sunset will be upon you within the next 2 hours.
We'd best look for a good spot to camp before nightfall.
What would you suggest, Mother?
Bronson, you've done and experienced an abundant amount of survival training. Any ideas? I'm unsure at the moment.
Maybe the Omla Hills. It might be a bit exposed, but at least we'll see any opposition approaching.
Are the Umler Hills your decided choice?
Yes, we're all in agreement.
Okay. It takes roughly a half hour to get to the Umler Hills and begin to set up a camp. It's relatively near the base of the Small Teeth Mountains, roughly 15 minutes from them. As Bronson said earlier, there are basically no trees or bushes, so you're all out in the open here. You get everything set up and prepared. Are you going to delve into your provisions, or are you hunting tonight?
I'm more than willing to do some hunting. I can be discreet with my movements if need be.
Go for it, Kalaria. Albesto bardic inspiration on toi, playing a quiet, mellow, improvised melody on my viola.
Good hunting to you, Kalaria. Hopefully you kill something sustainable.
Thank you both. I'll be back soon.
Kalaria, you head off to hunt. Bronson, Kamarir, you both sit down next to the blazing campfire, the occasional insect going past you.
Bronson leans against Kamara, getting comfortable. Little moments like these are hard to come by, but invaluable.
Kamari cuddles and keeps Bronson close, tail wrapping around his waist gently. Eyes gleaming from the campfire light, she leans in and kisses Bronson affectionately. Even after the kiss ends, she feels warmer than the campfire itself.
Bronson's lips are against Kamara's as he reciprocates her kiss with his own, a hand on her cheek, caressing it.
I love you, Bronson.
And I adore you, Kamari.
You're so sweet, Bronson. I've been thinking more about that story you shared with me a while back, about those lovers on their rendezvous in the graveyard, and the new life they're hopefully living right now. You want to travel to Baldur's Gate and take care of some things there. Once that's done, I'd like us to live there. Or somewhere near the city. Would that be something you would want also?
Yes, but I'd also want to accept some blade work from time to time, keep my senses and battle wits sharp and on point. But not too often. I wouldn't leave you alone worrying like that. I'd never do that to you, my love.
I appreciate that dearly. Maybe I'd accompany you on a low-risk job, should you want help. Kalaria can babysit for that short period, should we choose to have a child together.
I'm not against having a baby together. If it happens, it happens. But I'm content with Kalaria. She's your firstborn and always will be. I'd like to be a father figure in her life. I don't know about her actual father. That's an entirely different conversation. But it would make me happy if she saw me as a father. Or father figure. Regardless, I know how big of an impression I can make on people. I will try my damnedest not to let her down.
Thank you, Bronson. Sincerely, you have no idea how much that means to me and Kalaria. Of course, I'll be by your side, regardless of what impression you leave.
Cutting back to Kalaria. Leia, the world is your oyster. What's your plan of action?
Kalaria plans on hunting and bringing back some rabbits or a large fox, all whilst trying to be as quiet as possible, of course.
Understood. Please roll a stealth check as well as a survival check.
10 originally for stealth. I'll add bardic inspiration, which brings it to 18. And a dirty 20 for survival.
Excellent rolls all around, Leia. Not only do you effortlessly kill 4 large rabbits, you also silently hunt 2 adult foxes as well.
Brilliant. I'll head back now with our prizes.
Before you do, roll a perception check, please.
Oh, okay. That's another dirty 20.
Far off in the distance, you spot a pair of cyclopses encircling a campfire about 200 feet away. They seem agitated and intent on causing destruction if anyone trespasses into their camp.
How interesting. I'll make a note of that as I return to the others, the animal carcasses on full display.
Hey now, that's some fine hunting right there. Great job, Kalaria.
Thank you, Bronson.
Agreed. Well done, sweetheart.
Merci, maman. Thank you, mother. J'ai apprécié le commentaire.
You're welcome, Kalaria.
Kalaria informs Bronson and her mother on the cyclopses she saw earlier.
What are cyclopses doing all the way out here? I thought they lived higher up the mountains.
I haven't a clue. But I'm curious to find out, I'll admit.
DM, does Bronson know anything more about cyclopses?
Roll a history check, Bronson.
Bardic inspiration.
Thank you. That's only a 10.
The only thing that you can recall right now from the top of your head is that cyclopses are one-eyed giants that eke out a meager existence in wild lands. Isolationists by nature, they avoid contact with other races and try to drive away strangers in their territory.
Maybe they got forced out of their original territory.
That's a possibility, yes. For now, if they stay away from us, then we needn't disturb them. Kamari gets a dagger and her glasses from her satchel, since she's going to skin and strip the animals before cooking them over the fire.
Roll the survival check, please.
Natural 20 plus 3.
Nicely done, Catherine. Preparing and cooking the rabbits over the fire perfectly. You all tuck in to a late evening dinner.
Kamaria will share some of the wine she took from the ravenous Raven Tavern. We will make sure not to drink too much.
Thanks, love.
None for me, thank you, Mother. Wine is not really my drink.
With that, you wine and dine before heading to bed. Light rain begins to fall, creating calming sounds as it greets your tents. A few hours into the night, distant but thunderous noises disturb your sleep. Peeking out of your tents, two ogres and the pair of cyclopses are duking it out roughly 100 feet away. I assume you're going to get involved since there is a risk the battle might be brought closer to you?
After donning our armor and weapons, yes, we'll try and sneak our way towards the battle.
In that case, roll individual stealth checks, or you can make one as a group with advantage.
We'll do it as a group, going off my stealth bonus, since it's the highest. With advantage, 24 total.
Excellent roll, everyone. You managed to get roughly 40 feet closer without being spotted, but it's only a matter of time before that changes.
Is there anything we can get behind in terms of cover? Anything at all?
There's a large rock that you can take cover behind, roughly 30 feet away. There isn't much else that could be used for cover.
Bronson nods towards the right side of the battle, non-verbally communicating that he will flank from that side. Kalaria can flank from the other.
Kalaria nods in response, going round the adjacent side, Bronson on the other.
Kamaria will take cover behind the large rock, readying her viola.
Bronson will fly into a barbarian rage, charging at the nearest Cyclops.
Everybody roll initiative with advantage. So initiative order, Kalaria, Bronson, Cyclopses, Camareer, Ogres. You're first, Kalaria.
Drawing her new magical longsword, Kalaria considers her options. She'll go for the closest Cyclops on her end, the second one. Her stance more dexterous, she goes in for a slashing strike. Just hits. Her strike gets deep into the Cyclops' torso, blood being drawn.
Muscles bulging, Bronson propels himself at the Cyclops in front of him, bracing, practically slamming into the giant blade first. A dam of blood bursts from the wound onto Bronson. Basically roaring like a bear, he jams his blade deep into the exposed flesh muscle, launching himself away after.
The Cyclops, you just inflicted serious damage on Bronson, howls in pain and intense frustration. It raises a hand, waving it before trying to slam it down onto you. Natural 1, natural 20 for the follow-up. Getting a fist slammed into you, Bronson, you nearly get knocked back. Kalaria, the one you wounded, glares at you with rage deep in its eyes, attempting to swat you with its great club. Both attacks land with the impact of a minotaur. Your body feels like it's on fire from the pain.
Holy shit, Kalaria is down.
Kalaria, I need a death saving throw, please.
That's only at 4 total.
Hold on, Kalaria. I've got you. Kamar bestows healing magic onto Kalaria within seconds. Then casting acid rests the Cyclops that just downed my daughter, firing a series of magical acidic projectiles at it.
The ogres seem confused before eyeing Bronson, hunger for dwarven meat deep in their eyes. One of the ogres strikes at the Cyclops that downed Kalaria, striking it round the back of the skull, the resulting noise like a clap of thunderous resonance. Second ogre goes for you, Bronson. You get struck with the ogre's club, feeling your ribs somewhat crack.
Getting to her feet, the world spinning a little, Kalaria draws upon her reserves to regain some extra vitality. She lunges at the same Cyclops that took her down, blade high, the moonlight gleaming from the refined metal. She mistimed her strike, the blade just missing the Cyclops' flesh.
Bronson launches himself at the same Cyclops he wounded, cutting deep into its leg, then torso. Bronson soaked in dark crimson blood as he then notices the ogre giving him a look. He cocks his head, cracking his neck.
The Cyclops you just heard again, Bronson, shakes its head rapidly before bringing its fist down on you once again. Kalaria, you dodge out of the way as your Cyclops strikes in your direction. The second strike gets you, however, feeling your chest almost cave in.
She's down again.
Unfortunately, I need another death saving throw.
Only an 8.
Kamari casts a healing spell on Kalaria again, then playing quickly on her viola, giving her bardic inspiration.
One of the ogres tries to grapple you, Bronson. You get caught off guard, getting picked up and ready to be eaten. The other ogre will hit the second Cyclops once again, successfully.
Getting up again, Kalaria gets visibly frustrated as her grip on her blade goes from tight to intense. She moves in swiftly, running her blade into the Cyclops' leg, twisting to make sure the thing feels as much pain as possible. She taps into her reserves, potent adrenaline surging through her. Withdrawing her weapon, she gets out her wooden shield before striking at the giant a second time. She remembers a certain technique her father had taught her, how to inflict fear into your enemies via a certain blade technique. Needless to say, she manages to pull it off somehow. The Cyclops seems to slowly be contaminated and dominated by a wave of undiluted fear.
Looking wearied, Bronson chugs greater healing potion like it's nothing. He then plunges his weapon deep into the ogre's arm, wrestling out of the bastard's grip and breaking free.
Bronson, your Cyclops seems jealous that you've made a new friend, lunging at the ogre. First hit misses, second one connects, thwacking the brute round the face. Calaria, the Cyclops seems terrified but still tries to hit you, shaking. Even with disadvantage, the first attack connects.
Cutting words. -5 to its roll.
Excellent. The attack does not land as Camarir plays a sharp note on her instrument, catching the big boy off guard. Second attack hits even with disadvantage. I need a death saving throw again, I'm afraid.
That'll be 12.
Kamari coats her daughter in healing magic again before attempting to bend the Cyclops, succeeding as the enchantment magic swarms them like locusts to crop.
The ogre looks almost upset that its tasty prize escaped its clutches, disengaging and running as far as it can in the opposite direction. The second ogre is too busy enjoying the battle, bashing the Cyclops' head against its club.
Calaria readies her blade before lurching forward, attempting to finish off the Cyclops. As she hits, she adds a sneaky attempt to trip the giant off its feet and to the ground. Unsuccessful. Calaria keeps her shield high, readying herself.
Bronson, the Cyclops, seems to wave its hand again, its voice booming as it says something incoherent, slamming its fists down onto you. Natural 20 for the second attack.
Bronson is back in the air, leaping at the Cyclops closest to him. He inflicts another good bloody wound, the giant's shoulder being cleaved in two. Bronson is down. Death saving throw time, 19.
Calaria, you get swept off your feet as the Cyclops slams its club into you twice.
Damn, I'm down again. 10 for my death saving throw.
Camarir, what's your plan? You're the only one left standing.
Oh my gosh. This isn't what any of us expected. Kamarier is going to bestow healing magic onto Bronson, making her way over to Calaria and pouring a healing potion down her throat. She says to her, "We need to run, sweetheart. I know you're in pain, but if we all stay here, then we're dead."
The remaining ogre sees Bronson being healed and goes in to hit him.
Cutting words.
Natural 20. Even with cutting words, that still hits. But it negates the critical hit. The ogre brings his great club down onto Bronson, severely wounding him.
Downed again. 11 for my death save.
Sitting up, hand on her chest, Calaria nods. Agreed, Mother, you get Bronson. I'll sort myself out. She takes another healing potion from her, drinking it swiftly before getting to her feet. With her shield up, she disengages and gets as far away as she can.
Death saving throw fail for Bronson.
One of the Cyclopses sets its eyes on you, Camarir. It tries to slam into you. You get bombarded with two tremendous strikes, one of which nearly snapping one of your horns in two. The other Cyclops focuses on the ogre that took down Bronson, roaring and raising its weapon. A series of heavy strikes later, and the ogre falls down dead. The Cyclops stomps on its head to ensure that it is.
Kamarier is barely up, her head and chest pounding from the beating she just took. Even as the world blurs, she reaches out, healing magic coating Bronson's body. She then musters the rest of her strength to cast a vicious mockery on the Cyclops close to Bronson since her bane is gone. Her voice is shaky, but it's still augmented in terms of volume. She announced, "Behold, the biggest regret in the realms." That hurt the Cyclops as he howls in pain.
The remaining ogre looks between everyone before throwing a javelin attached to its back at Calaria. Natural 20. Calaria, you get pierced in the torso with the javelin, screaming out in pain.
Calaria's eyes flash an infernal blue, turning back to look at the ogre that nearly killed her, her hands burning in an intense collection of blue flames. With a few archaic infernal words, the flames erupt from her hands, bombarding and pelting the bastard's body. Following that up with a bow strike after putting even more distance between herself and that damn ogre. Launching a sharpened arrow into the wretch's neck, Calaria readies another one, eyes on Bronson and her mother.
Bronson, get up, my love. We need to retreat.
Bronson is up and gripping his weapon still. Go, Kamara, I'll be right behind you. He delves back into a barbarian rage, acting as her shield as she gets back, Bronson taking the risk as he moves away.
The Cyclops tries to hit you, Bronson. First hit does significant damage. Second attack barely misses. The second Cyclops goes for the remaining ogre. It rips off its head after bashing in its chest, roaring triumphantly.
We're all going to use our actions to dash after moving as far away from the battle as we can. Rien sans repeat.
Instead of giving chase, the Cyclopses move forwards in the other direction, back towards the Small Teeth Mountains. You all practically sprint back to your camp, some of you barely conscious. Your wounds are unwelcome and becoming almost unbearable.
Kamari uses all of her remaining spell reserve to heal everyone up as much as she can.
Bronson uses 2 of the healing kits Sindala gave him, the dangerous-looking wounds soon patched up and disinfected.
Kamari just hugs her daughter and her lover, crying a little. I thought you were going to die back there. Her body trembles, her face bloodied. The aftershock of the battle and the leftover adrenaline coursed through her fast head and her heartbeat.
Easy, Kamara, it's all right now. I'm here. Kalaria is here. Bronson holds her close, a gentle hand rubbing her back, looking into her angelic eyes. He gets her a clean rag, wiping her tears and giving her forehead a tender kiss.
Kalaria tends to her less severe injuries whilst Bronson and Kamara embrace each other.
Thank you, Bronson.
You're welcome, my darling. Do you want me to check you for injuries? You've healed most of our ones. And I don't think you've any spell reserves left to heal yourself, which was selfless of you. Thank you.
Please, Bronson. Kamari says after shaking on Kalaria, hugging her close as well, so grateful.
It's all right now, Mother. As Bronson said, we're all here. Kalaria also gives her mother a sincere hug, a few tears going down her own face. I love you, Mother. Kalaria sniffles before saying goodnight to everyone and heading into her tent to unwind and rest.
I love you too, sweetheart. Good night. Rest well. Kamara lets Bronson take off her cloak and armor, as he then checks her over for serious injuries and wounds.
Bronson, make a medicine or nature check.
Medicine check it'll be. 18 total.
You look over and re-examine any potential wounds that could get infected or deteriorate. Using another one of Sindala's healing kits, you go over the most grimacing wounds, cleaning and covering them well.
Thank you, Bronson. Everything feels much better now. Kamari relaxes in his embrace, feeling him massage her shoulders, slowly falling asleep.
A warm smile on his face. Bronson carries the sleeping Kamara with him to their tent, ensuring she's warm and well settled before Bronson rests next to her.
The night seems to settle along with you, even as the rain picks back up. You all have a long rest, feeling refreshed and replenishing any and all spell and ability reserves.